And it seems we're all here. Tobiyashi, are you alright? Your frame is completely frozen.
Okay, 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Aha.
Hey.
Alright, so for those who have come back to see us, welcome back to the new ones. Hello everyone. And for those who were there last time, yes, there is a little difference with the new overlay. The frames are a little bit thicker. Don't worry, it's the same price. It's just a little bit more pixels, and it's to cover a bit of the resizing issue we were having. All right. Now, everyone's there, and we have just a little problem with one. No. All right, so sorry for the delay. Here we go. All right, so last time the party had found their way to each other, their way into an inn also, and they had planned what was supposed to be an investigation and possibly a retrieval mission from merchandise, but it suddenly turned into a, well, for some, stressful fight, and for other, a very pleasant one. So we rejoin our group today, as they're all inside a little on the plain. In a clearing in the middle of forest. They've taken refuge in what looked like to be temporary or permanent base of operation for a group of kobolds. The sun is almost set. They have fought off a first wave of kobolds, but our monk Tobiyashi found out that there were traces on the floor, on the ground, which implied that there would be a lot more joining in very soon. And as the sun set, we have a few nervous members of the group starting to worry for their survival. And this is where we left off. So right now, the party is in the middle of a clearing in a U-shaped outcrop, sort of cove. It's sorry. I had this problem all day long about dry mouth. I don't know why it's there, but it's certainly not helping me in any way. All right. So the group is in a little clearing in the middle of the wood, surrounded by wood, in fact. Around them is a U-shaped rock formation where the roof is, well, not missing because it wasn't there, but they don't have any roof. But it does protect on 3 of the 4 sides from which they can get attacked. Inside this little U-shaped rock formation, there are 6 carts, 2 of which are placed in front, and it would appear that the kobold were rummaging them, making inventory or simply eating whatever food they could find. The other 4 carts are inside the rock formation, and two of them are overturned. Two others are simply placed at the back of this rock formation, and in the center you have a little campfire, which will probably die out in an hour. So, what do you want to do?
I'm going to continue resting and cleaning my sword, trusting in the other members of my party who are better at observing figures in the dark than me.
Very well. Valtteri, what do you want to do?
I will be on the lookout. I think I said that last time too, so yeah.
All right.
Yeah, same here. I'm going along the perimeter.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just stay close to audience and just send Tao out to kind of circle the area to keep an eye out. Just tell him to return, or just let me know if he sees anything.
All right. In that case, Trevor, I would have you make a perception roll for Tao.
That's gonna be crap. It's a 9 total.
Okay. It happens.
Yep.
To be fair, there's a little bit of wood around. You know, he's seeing what's inside the clearing, but he's not that used to hunting. You know, you've only summoned him for a few weeks now, so he's still getting used to his body. Alright, so the first hour passes and nothing happens. The sun is completely set, and the last few rays of light are disappearing from the horizon. You are at the last few moments of light, and the campfire will most likely die out in maybe 30 or 40 minutes. Still no signs of intruders.
Is there any, loose wood laying around that we could add to the fire?
Well, there is the well, make a perception roll.
That's better. Perception. 15 plus 3, 19. 18.
All right. Well, of course, you could always go back into the woods, but that would probably be a little bit dangerous. You do find there is a small reserve of branches and sort of logs. You can easily see that they were cut with very primitive tool. It's not very clear cut, but it's not there isn't enough wood to last for more than maybe half an hour, which would explain why the camp was so empty. They might have left. But there is one other source that you can see: the carts themselves.
Alright. Suggesting party, well, at least the carts that aren't on the itinerary, we could use them for wood.
You don't need all of them. Maybe at least burn one of them.
How
You
many
guessing?
total was here? 'Cause I know we needed to return.
6. 4 are on the
6.
itinerary, 2 are goblins.
And I think 2 don't even belong to the ship.
Yeah, 2 wasn't on the itinerary, so yeah, we got 2 that we could burn. One if we wanted to keep one and haul out of here.
All right. So how do you want to do this? Just throw the cart in the fire? That sort of seemed like a really big
Well,
one.
is the cart fully? Is there a cart that's fully empty?
Well, 2 of them have been overturned, so they are empty.
We have to turn them back over. Okay.
Just kind of look at audience and his sword, and then back over at the cart, and just look back at him.
I'm just gonna keep sharpening my blade. I'm not looking at you.
So it would seem that if you want his attention, you will have to talk to him.
Okay. I walk up to him and I go, hey, audience, can you help me with pushing that cart over and helping me keep the fire going for longer?
Absolutely.
Okay, now follow me. And I go to one of the tipped over carts.
All right. So are we pushing the cart over, or so do you want me to push the cart over, or do you want me just to chop some of the wood off of it and throw it in the fire?
Yeah, we could just chop it up. Yeah, just chop it up. Chop it up. That'd be better.
Okay.
You could even take some with us, kindling, later.
All right. I'll start going to town on the cart with my greatsword.
Yeah, it's a good thing you sharpened it, because you're gonna have to do it again after.
Yep.
All right, so well, since you're using a sword as you would an axe, but goodness, you have such. Okay, we're gonna go with a passive. All right, no, just do strength roll with proficiency, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage because you're not using a tool which is favorable for cutting wood.
Okay. So 16 was my lowest roll.
All right. Well, it really was more to see how long it would take you and not if you would succeed, because with your raw strength you could probably rip out the wheels with your bare hands. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you manage to carve out a significant amount of wood that you can just chuck into the fire and it will keep on going. And you manage to do it fast enough so that there isn't a moment when the light goes out inside the camp.
All right.
Alright.
I'll carry the wood back to the fire, kind of set it down near Trevor, and be like, I feel like you're more experienced with fire and all that. And kind of just go back to resharpening my sword.
Yeah,
Since I probably dulled it on the cart.
A little bit. But with your strength, it's not gonna be very visible when you start hacking kobolds. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm good.
Well,
Yes.
how long has it been?
Right now, it's been about an hour and a half.
Since we were out, like since we left the tavern.
No, it's been 2, 5, roughly 6 hours. A little bit under 6 hours since you left the tavern.
I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'll just meditate by the fire, I guess.
All right. So, the rest of the hour goes by, and you easily manage to keep the fire of the camp alive. You don't get through all the woods that you've been able to gather. Still nothing after the second hour. Third hour.
I'm going to check the beacon, see if its colors changed at all in the hours that I lit.
All right. No, the colors of the beacon hasn't changed. It's still emitting its soft pulse, and apparently, still transmitting something somewhere. Like you said yourself earlier, you are between 2 to 3 hours from town. And if you add times they would have needed to prepare, the minimum waiting time was going to be around 3 hours and a half to 5 hours.
Okay.
So as you start... Yes?
Oh no, keep going.
Okay. As you start the third hour, you start hearing a lot of shuffling inside the woods, a lot of ruffling leaves.
Foreshadowing.
So, yes, it does appear something is moving. Something small, and it moves in bursts, not continuous movement. But nothing is approaching from where you can see.
I'll look over at Trevor and say, don't you think they should have been here by now? It's kind of been a long time since.
Yeah, look at audience and say, how long do you think that it's going to be before they get here?
I'm not sure. Let's ask the audience. Okay. And I go over to audience and be like, so how long do you think it's going to take them to get here? It's been kind of a while since you activated that beacon.
Well, I would assume since it took us about 3 hours to get here, and they've had to probably prepare a party to bring back all the wagons, I'd assume probably 4 to 5 hours. So probably about 2 more hours of waiting time.
All right. I'll go back to meditating.
Valtteri, I'm going to ask you to roll a perception roll for your friend.
A perception roll, okay. I don't know if I have a sheet for her. Wait a second.
How far out does it sound like this noise is coming from? Is it really close, like just past the clearing, or is it a ways away still?
It's hard to tell, but it's a little bit away from the clearing. So, I have the stats for your perception roll. It's going to be wisdom plus 4. So it's a d20 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the sound that you're hearing, the leaf shuffling sounds deeper inside the woods. The shuffling from things moving between the bush is fairly close to the edge of the forest.
It's 22.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was not a natural 20, so...
Yeah, that's all right. If it was a plus 4 and you have 22, it means you rolled an 18.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So the third hour goes by and nothing seems to happen except this shuffling and ruffling that you're hearing. And you are hearing more and more of it from all around. At the start of the fourth hour, Valtteri, you feel this sharp feeling of panic and aggressivity.
Okay. I look to the others and say something bad is coming.
Trevor?
Should I get up and get ready?
Trevor? Tao is seeing something
Yeah, I was just about to ask him, could you see anything out there? And
Something has left. Something has left the edge of the wood and is making its way to the center of the rock formation. There is quite a large number of them.
okay, he communicated that to me. I'll say, go fly over them and circle them, mark them for me, and send them off.
All right. What about the rest of you? Tobiyashi, audience?
And and after
I'll stand up and
I'll
say
stand up.
yeah, I'll stand up, kind of lift my two-handed sword, be like, well, I haven't been sharpening this thing for the past 2 hours for nothing. Give it a few practice swings.
All right. Tobiyashi?
Yeah, I'll get prepared too. I just get up and await.
Okay, Trevor, I'm gonna have you make a perception roll for Tao, who is trying to mark those who are coming.
All right. Last one. 13
Okay.
total. 10 plus 3.
So are you looking through his eyes?
No, I just told him to go scout him out himself and try
All right.
to circle.
So you see him go ahead and start flying into a direction of which you can, because he's there, see that there is movement. Quite a large number of them are coming straight for you from the clearing directly in front of the rock outcrop. Valtteri, the feeling of panic is intensifying. And as that feeling is reaching a level of near bad euphoria,
Okay.
I'm gonna have everyone roll for initiative.
For me.
Gosh.
Or wait, just
Can we
me
get the
or
run
everyone
away
else too?
Everyone.
Yes.
Natural 20 for a 21.
I love that
13.
natural one. I love the natural one. Yes.
Wow, yeah, that's great.
Let's go.
Mine isn't better. I have a 5.
I mean, that's better, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not
All right. So
Better.
Valtteri, your total is
5.
5. Audience, your total is
4.
Tobiyashi, your total is
13.
Trevor, total is
21.
oh wow.
All right, Trevor, lead us off.
Come on, man, you
Well-
got this.
Unfortunately,
Oh yeah, I got to roll one for Tal too because he rolled
Unfortunately-
separately.
Tao did miss one of the two groups attacking.
Yeah. All right. Tal's initiative is. Hold on.
Your friend Valtteri was trying to warn you about the other one.
Damn it.
You hear screams coming from directly over you. A group of them have scaled the rock formation and are attacking as a surprise straight inside the camp.
Uh-oh.
I knew I should
Okay.
have used both of my spells before.
Tal's initiative is a 10, by the way. So he has a separate one. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so 6 of them are jumping straight inside the camp and attacking whoever is closest. So, audience, you said you were near the border,
I'm just in. No, I'm
Okay.
right next to the fire where I can
right
see.
next to the fire. Trevor, you said you were close by. Tobiyashi, you
Yeah.
said you were.
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah,
next
I
to
was
the fire.
I was close to audience. Yeah.
And Valtteri, close to the fire or resting beyond?
I was
it?
probably still like, well, probably after I felt my companion being a little bit worried, and because I also gave them the information, I was probably at the campfire with the others. So
All right. In that case, they are attacking whomever they believe is the most dangerous around the campfire.
yeah, the dragonborn, the big
Well, actually,
Please don't let it be me.
two of them are going to attack you, Valtteri, because one of them escaped on its own and warned them there was someone who could do magic. And the only one who was actually seen doing magic was you.
And you should have killed him.
Great. They're learning.
No witnesses
Yes.
from now on.
No witnesses.
The idea is always to survive and learn.
No more kindness for me. Butcher them all.
Well, you don't know. The one you let go might not be among them. He might have just run off, leave them alone, not come back. But
One goblin.
he did say the others will not take this into account.
Yep.
Could have
One
just
less
ran through the
enemy.
group and said invaders at the camp and just kept running.
Maybe. All right. So first attack, Valtteri, is a 6, which I believe
I have
doesn't hit.
12 armor class.
The second is a 12, so it does
Ah.
hit.
Nice. How bad is it, dog?
How what?
How bad is it?
A kobold? It doesn't
Can't be
hit hard.
much.
It doesn't hit hard.
Okay.
And it wasn't a critical hit, so don't worry.
All you do.
It's 4 points of damage.
Oh, totally.
Alright, so first to attack, the other ones are going to go for... two of them are going to go for audience, because you are the largest. And 12 and a 12. I believe
Neither
none of
those
them...
hit.
Alright, so they both attack you, swing wide. They attack you with daggers. I'm sure it is very upsetting to you.
I laugh.
The last two, one of them is going to attack Tobiyashi with a 12.
Nope.
And while he is fairly vocal in his attack, he's screaming at you and, well, just screaming because, you know, he's nervous. You're twice his size. The attack does not hit. Trevor, you are attacked by one kobold with a 9. Which does not hit. You easily dodge his attack.
Probably just trip stepping backwards and just fall over.
Something like that. He tried to... He took his dagger, started screaming, wow, it's interesting, screaming toward you, and just tripped on a piece of log that was on the ground.
Yeah,
He
but I'd
didn't,
say, whoa,
he didn't fall
just
prone,
quickly
but he
step
did
back.
lose his footing and wasn't able to injure you. For the rest of those who are coming, there is a fairly large group, but they are still far away. They've just left the edge of the wood. Sorry, I have the name in French in my head, not in English. So they've just left the edge of the wood and are running toward you. A fairly large group, because of Tao, that keeps making swoops at them. You can easily see that there are at least 12 of them running, and another group of similar size behind them, but coming walking. So the surprise round is over, and now everyone gets to actually fight.
That's always good.
Yes, it always is. Alright, so first up is Trevor with 21. What do you do?
All right, now it's the one right in front of me. I'm just gonna just scream and just shoot a firebolt at him. Just
Go ahead.
Firebolt cantrip. That's a That's a natural 18, so I'm sure that hits.
It does.
Have a bonus. Okay, so that will be 1d10. Alright. Be 8 damage.
You hit it square. You hit it. Sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know why I'm so thirsty today. All right.
I
So-
drink a lot, so all good.
If you give me another 58 minutes, I can say it's Thirsty Thursday, but I can't say that yet.
Oh goodness. Well, there is one member of the group that can actually say that.
Yeah.
So you gather the energy in your palm and shoot at the goblin. Hit him square on the head. He falls to the ground, dead. Next on the list is your attackers. So the 5 remaining in camps keeps attacking whatever target they were attacking.
Oh boy.
Yes, it is always nice. So, Valtteri, the first one that attacks you with 5, which doesn't hit.
Miss.
Second roll is a 12.
Fuck.
So the first one, in his panic, fearing that you are going to unleash some magical energy on him, misses you. But the second one does hit you, and it hits you for 3 points of damage. I
All
They're
down
getting
to
poked.
4 HP now.
Yes, I believe you are starting to show wear and tear.
Yeah.
All right, audience. You have 2 attacking you
Okay.
with a 2 and a 7, which none of them hits.
I am deeply amused by these pathetic strikes.
They are screaming and trying to hit you with their dagger. Fortunately for you, your chainmail is way too thick for their flimsy arms. Tobiyashi, since you haven't shown any...
Howdy.
No, actually, I was since you haven't shown to be an extremely high threat, the one attacking you will try to move away and attack Trevor, which would give you an attack of opportunity if you want to.
Okay, yeah, I'll attack him. All right. Yeah, I could use the. Okay, yeah.
It's a reaction you're
gonna-
using.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna hit him. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him in the back of the head while he runs away.
All right.
Pop them.
17.
It does hit. Roll for damage.
5 points of damage.
You hit him just hard enough so that the blades, so that you're hitting with a fist or blade.
My blade.
Your
I mean,
blade?
my fist. Sorry, no.
Your fist.
Sorry. Yeah, my fist. Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna
So
hit it back then.
you give a strong punch just behind his head, and you hear something crack as you connect with his head. He falls to the ground, snout first, I should say.
Yeah. All right.
The rest of the group still has... Oh, there it is. Actually, the first group will reach... No, actually, they will they will walk another 30 feet and stop. And the 12 of them take out their sling and start shooting at the group. So unfortunately, most of them have a clear shot because none of the carts have been moved to block their line of sight. So six of them are actually going to shoot with advantage because they have allies inside of inside the camp. So, audience, are you closer to the side where you can see the forest or the back of the rock formation?
Back of the rock formation. That's where I was resting to sharpen my blade.
Okay. Trevor? You're muted.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to get to unclick it, but I would when we were sitting at the camp, I'd be like right next to audience because I figured he'd be the best protection. So I'd probably only be about 5-10 feet away from him, maybe. And now that the fight broke out,
so it's going to be at random because actually it should be a D4. All right. So first one, try to fires at Valtteri with a 13. You're muted.
Frick.
Yes.
Let's see if I'm already going to have to do that saving throws.
Yes, well, it is, again, just a tree, but it is a sling rock, so it does hurt.
Well, I'm
You're
down
to
at one.
right?
Yes.
Sorry?
I'm a one-hit wonder now.
So you had 1 hit point.
Yes.
Oh, the rock does hit something fairly important. It hits your head and you start bleeding from the corner of your eye.
Oh, great.
The second one fires at Tobiyashi with an 11.
Nope.
The third one fires at Trevor with a 4. Fourth one at Trevor again with a 14.
shield.
Alright, so you see the rock coming straight at your face and you have just enough time to raise your shield and you see the rock bounce off of it. Fifth one is audience with a 16.
That actually hits me.
While
Good shot.
While you are focusing on the poor kobolds in front of you, you feel a rock hitting you behind the head for 4 of damage.
Ow.
Yes, at your level it does sting a little bit. Just a little. And again, the sixth one attacks audience with a 19.
Okay. These are some accurate slingers.
Well, kobold have the
They got
ability
shooters.
pack tactics, which allows them to roll with advantage if if one of their allies is within 5 feet of you, and you actually have 2 attacking you. This is why they're hitting, because the rolls I'm getting are the extremes on each side. One never goes over 6, the other one never goes below 16. So it's really just because of the advantage that they're hitting you.
Okay.
And this one hits you for 4 of damage.
Ow.
It's starting to sting. The other ones are attacking with you in cover because they're not placed properly so they can actually hit you without having a cart in front of them. So cover. Alright. The other 6 ones are attacking. We're gonna go with
Oh no.
No, I'm just rolling for who is attacking who. Because there's 4 of you, I'm rolling d4s. So the first one attacks Trevor with a 16, which I believe bounces off the shield.
16 just hits.
16
Because that
just
is
hits.
because the shield is a +5, so that boosts me to
Oh,
16.
yes, sorry.
So, yep.
So you get hit
I wish
for
it didn't, but
you get hit for 5 hit points of damage,
Ow.
which for you is a lot.
Yep.
The second one fires on Valtteri with a 6.
Block. Not hitting.
The third and fourth one attacks Tobiyashi with a 8 and a 16.
8 misses, 16 hits.
16 hits for 4 points of damage.
All right.
You're lucky, they're rolling really low in their damage.
Oh yeah, I am. How big are these rocks? Are they small?
They're sling
Really?
bullets, so it's the size of a marble stud.
Oh,
Yes, it does hit. It stings,
feel
you
the
know, you
headache.
didn't see it coming because you are partially covered, but your head was just a little bit over the cover of the cart, and you just received one behind the head. The last two ones both attack audience with a 15 and a 2.
Nope.
So
Got past that.
one of them you hear bounce off your armor, and no, actually it probably bounced off the shield you have on your back, which you can't use because you have a two-handed sword. And the other one just flies wide. The last 12 of them keep encroaching on the camp, but they keep walking. They're not using slings. They have dagger drawn. Alright, so now we go to Tobiyashi.
howdy. Okay.
There are 4 in the camps, 12 of them firing on the camps. Is it alright? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to deal with something.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
about
alright. I couldn't see the door. I saw it when it shut down.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
4 of them inside the camp. 12 of them are shooting at the party with slings, and 12 of them are slowly making their way toward the camp.
Wow. Okay, so you said that how much cover would I have?
Well, it depends on how you hide. You can have full cover if you really hide behind a cart. That way, those firing won't be able to attack you. But if you want to give yourself an opening to attack, you could position yourself to have three-quarter cover, which I believe would add... Sorry, I don't know this by heart.
I believe 3/4 is 5.
Yes,
Half is
three-quarter,
2, 3/4
exactly.
is 2.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so you hide yourself because you plan on attacking those that are firing, or one of the 4 and still inside the camp.
Actually, I could actually. All right, yeah, I'll hit one of the ones that are firing.
Okay, with what?
I think I have dart. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Oh no, I changed that. Never mind. Yeah, I'll attack one of the people inside the camp.
All right. So, and I believe you try to maneuver yourself to have as much cover as possible.
Yes.
All right. Then you have 2 attacking audience and 2 attacking Valtteri, who looks near death.
All right, yeah, I'll attack that one. I'll
Okay.
hit him with the double hit. I'll hit him in the snoot, and then I'll palm him in the solar plex.
Go ahead.
Well, so that's a 9 and a 22.
Well, 9 doesn't hit, but 22 does hit. Roll for damage.
8 damage. 7 points of damage.
So that was the second hit, is that it?
Yes.
That one you attacked with your fists, am I right?
I
Fist
palmed
or-
him in the chest.
Alright, well, your palm hit seemed to have done the trick because you hit him hard enough so that his breath cuts, he falls on his knee and just doesn't come back up. So,
All right.
and that's it for you. You only
Alright.
have 2 attacks. Sorry.
Yep.
All right.
I'll be right.
So next is Tao, but he can't attack. And so we'd go.
No, but
Yes.
I will say to him, go fly over and distract one of the ones at Boundary, so at least somebody will get advantage on attacking one of those at least
Okay.
next round.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
Help her out.
Next one is Valtteri.
Yes.
So you are bleeding
I'm to
profusely.
Sorry, what?
You are currently profusely bleeding
Yes.
from a huge gash just above your eye. It feels
Yes.
like you're gonna throw up. You've never been this close to death. You can feel your friend almost panicking.
I am also trying to get more cover like Toby.
If you try and move right now, you will provoke an attack of
I'll
opportunity from the
disengage.
2 ones. Okay.
I'll disengage.
All right. So you disengage and try to get
Also
as much,
going cover.
as
Yes.
much cover as you can.
Kind of like hiding behind Toby also, like trying to have a meat shield.
Well, the way he's placed, because he's attacking one of those around you, which he has just killed, you would get away from the group slightly to go hide behind one of the cars.
Okay.
So is that still what you want to do?
No, I want to hide behind Toby.
Okay. So you take him as, we'll say, half cover.
Perfect.
Well, he's going to appreciate this. All right, so, and last one on the list is audience.
Ah, finally.
Yes!
Action.
Slay them! Slay the beast!
Alright. Well, one of the ones next to me, I'll hit with my greatsword, first off.
Yes,
Or
I'm so sorry about that.
that's all right.
My cat.
14.
14
Yeah.
does hit. Roll for damage.
okay, I mean, I think guaranteed kill him.
I think, yes.
Unless you hit him for one.
Yeah, 12.
Yes, you cleave, laughing, and you see his head just fall on the ground.
The second one, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna turn it for my bonus action. I'm gonna punch the second kobold next to me.
All right. Yes, using a bonus action to. I believe when you do that, you don't use proficiency.
Actually, no, wait, that's an action. Sorry, I'm not gonna punch him. It's not like a damage. I'm gonna like try and push him away from me. So that'd be a strength check, actually. Like push him
Yes,
away.
bonus action attack, unarmed strike. Yes, all right.
Actually,
Yes.
can I make it unarmed strike as a bonus action?
Sorry. I was looking at character sheet, but I just realized that's not your character sheet.
I don't know. I don't remember if an unarmed attack automatically counts as a bonus action.
No, okay, now I'm looking at the right sheet. It only counts as a bonus action if you are dual wielding or if you're a monk.
Okay. So
there's no more attack that you can do. You could try
I
to
can't
reposition yourself, but no, there's no more attack that you can do.
let me check. Okay. I am attack of opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity to try and move into actually full cover behind one of the carts, protected from the slingers.
Okay. Well, he swings at you as you try to leave with a 10, so he doesn't hit.
Okay.
You are just
and I'm gonna go
too quick for
and
him.
full cover.
All right. So we start back at top of the initiative with Trevor. There are 2 kobold in the camp, 6 of them, 12 of them outside the camp firing, and a reserve group slowly making their way.
All right. Can I get to the cart without crossing through any of those 2 that were around audience?
Yes, you could get to one of the carts like that.
Okay. Well, since Tao is assisting on the remaining kobold at Valtteri, I guess I'll do a firebolt at that one first, and then I'll head to the cart. So
okay,
that's an advantage.
So you're attacking the one near that was in front of Valtteri.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. That is a 19.
It does hit.
Okay. For 6 damage. I don't know if that's enough or not.
Actually, it is. He didn't expect it. He looked around to see a firebolt going straight for him. Didn't have time to dodge. Took it right between the eyes, and you see him fall with a charred face.
And I'll just yell back to them as I'm running away, "Take cover!" And I'll run behind the cart there with the audience. Or if there's one adjacent to him, just somewhere back there.
All right. So we go to the kobolds, who are actually only 1 inside the camp and 12 outside. So the one inside the camp takes advantage of the fact that no one is near him and everyone has fled, and he tries to bail out. He realizes that he is alone against 4, even though he believes that the 12 others will probably kill you. He is convinced you will kill him before they get here, so he tries to run away. Fortunately for him, because you all went for cover, no one is in range to make an attack of opportunity. For those coming to reach you, you all decided to go to try and take cover. So Trevor and audience, I believe you specifically tried to go complete cover. Valtteri, I think you said you are also going to try full cover. Is that it?
Yeah.
So the only one that didn't try to make full cover is Tobiyashi, who did his best to balance attack and cover.
Tried.
All right, so
He's taking 12 hits.
well, I am giving you 3/4 cover. So they do have a +5, and there is no one inside the camp providing them help. So you have a +5 to your AC, and they don't attack with advantage. And I believe you have a fairly high AC.
Yeah.
What is your AC?
15.
Gotcha. 15.
Oh.
So they have to get over 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be hard for them.
Just dodge them all. Be fine.
Well,
The epic scene,
Matrix moves there.
the epic scene of the movie, all 12 just coming out. You're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just dancing in
Like
front of the fire.
Matrix style.
Yeah.
Well, actually, all right. The first 6, you managed to duck your way out of danger fairly easily. Fortunately, the 7th one does hit you with an 18, natural 18. So it means 22.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
For 3 points of damage.
Oh. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And the 11th one to attack you, I'm sorry to say, hit you with a natural 20.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Say.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Oh no.
And you're not really sure what happens, but as you turn around from the first impact, rubbing your shoulder, you see this little marble coming right at your face, and the world falls black to you. You suffer 12 points of damage.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I'm negative.
Oh my god.
I died. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Well, no, actually,
Unconscious.
you simply are unconscious. You're going
I'm
to do
unconscious.
death save. You are
Okay.
only killed outright if you lose twice your maximum hit points. So if you had
Okay.
received 20 or 21 hit points of damage,
Oh, okay.
you would have simply died, nothing else. But as
Well,
long
at
as
least I
you're
didn't.
under that, you are just bleeding out.
That's great. Okay.
Guys, I think we should maybe bail. We should.
We
There are
have
like 24,
do I roll a death
there are
save?
24 coming in more in, and one of our party members is dead.
we have one down member, one almost down member.
I only
So
have
you-
4 left. I only have 4 HP left.
Really? Oh my god.
Do I roll
You
a death
have
save?
no idea how much I tried to hint at you that you could place the carts to give you
Yeah.
cover for the whole fight.
I'm not an intelligent character. I wouldn't think of that. That's up to the wizard, man.
I could have thought of it too.
Alright, so the next one on the list is unfortunately Tobiyashi, which is going to have to make a death save.
I believe in you.
You can do this.
Just a straight roll, right?
Yeah, D20 straight roll.
It's an 8.
Oh, that's
So you
one
have your
fail.
first fail.
I see the light. It's coming.
The dragons are coming to get you.
I should have freaking followed it before.
Alright, so next one is Valtteri. You see one of the party member falls to the ground after getting hit right between the
Looking
eyes. He is maybe 5 feet away from you. If you go, you will get out of cover, but you might be able to get back into cover after. You could stabilize him.
I'll do it.
All right. I forgot. When you stabilize, yes, if you use, do you have herbalist first aid kit? Because if you use a first aid kit, if you take one use of your first aid kit, you do not have to make a roll. I believe is the rule.
How many uses does my
10.
first? Okay. Then I'll do that, yeah.
So you automatically stabilize him. You can leave him there, or
Or
you can try to drag him with you, in which case you will have half your movement speed to get back to cover. You have enough, but maybe not enough to make a full cover for both of you.
Okay. Let me quickly look at my strength again. Yeah, I will try it.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Yep. Come on,
Because
magical
you're
number.
dragging him.
Natural 1.
Well, he seems to be stuck on something. You are afraid that you're going to rip off his head if you keep pulling. So you're going to have to make do with what you can find. I can't find the healer's kit.
It's herbalism.
Tobiyashi, what have you been eating, man? Frick? So
Oh
heavy.
my gosh, I know. Hearty meals. I'm always thinking about eating.
You had too many happy meals in them.
Healer's kit. There you
A guilty pleasure.
Needing to make a wisdom isn't roll. Okay, this is all right. So that's okay. I was just making sure that he does go back to 0 and stabilize, and not 1 stabilize. So he's back to 0, but unfortunately, you are not sure just how much cover you were able to provide for both of you. And there is audience. What do? You see that one that was in the camp that just bailed out. He's 30 feet away. No, he's 60 feet away. But there is 24 more coming. They are
How
going.
close to the slingers? How close to the slingers?
The slingers are holding at 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to peek out, or I'm going to get out from my cover then, and use my breath weapon on them, which is 30-foot range, and they have to beat a hit DC 12 dex.
All right. So you are going to try and hit them from a side so that you can hit more.
Yeah,
or
I'm
just
just
straight
gonna try
on.
and hit as many as I can. So like, it's a cone attack, and I don't know. It doesn't let me. Let me read it. Let's see if it says. Okay.
As an action, once per short rest, excel in a 5-foot by 30 feet line. DC Dexterity 12 for 2d6 lightning damage. So if you try
5 feet
on 5 feet wide, so you could just get out and try to hit one, or you could try to get out from a side and try to hit more than one, trying to get more than one in a line. But if you do that, yes.
So I think it goes further. So I think if I I don't know how many are behind. So I think it goes straight through me. Okay, so
Yes.
if I ran 10 feet forward, I could get a full group in a line, or one line of them.
Well, yes. The way that the outcrop is made is because it's I don't know if we can see, because it's U-shaped like this, and the carts are at both sides here. If you come out like this, you will only hit one, maybe another one behind them. If you go out the carts from the side like this, and even more if you use 10 feet of movement, you will hit a line that is not straight, so more than one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I have enough movement to get back.
All right. So your
I have my
effort,
full 30 feet.
your efforts will hit 3 of them, and so it's a DC 12. One of them fails, 2 of them fails, 1 of them succeed.
Okay,
So it's 2d6.
Can have as much. So it's 2d6 and 1d6 for the succeeding one.
Yeah. Well, it's 2d6 and 1 is divided by 2.
Yeah. So
Kitty.
He just got thrown in my lap, sorry.
they take 6 and one of them takes 3.
Okay. So the 2 that take 6 damage are just turned to a crisp by it. They get hit straight on their chests, and you see the lightning impulse just fry them as it goes. The third one just barely manages to avoid it. It still hits his arm, but he's still alive. Then the other two ones are dead.
Okay. I'm going to use my last 15 feet to get back into full cover.
Alright. So there are 10 moving in and another 12 behind them. Which brings us back to Trevor.
Oh, boy.
So you have one party member stabilized but unconscious, one without magic, one who just fried, two and almost killed one, and Tao is flying up above.
Yeah. Shit, we need to run, but I don't know where to run to.
Burn them. Burn them all.
I can't do much with just a firebolt. I can only hit one.
Meteor storm.
Make a
Yeah.
forest fire.
Yeah.
Level 1 meteor storm.
There you go. I wish. Well, I guess I'll just peek out and and shoot a firebolt at one and just peek back in and hunker down until somebody says move.
Well, did you look at all your spells?
Oh, yeah, I know I got one, but I kind of want to save it for another.
Very well.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Damn. They don't do a whole lot though.
Oh, I'm not trying to force an answer on
Oh, I
you.
know. I mean,
Just
I know.
making
I've
sure
looked
you
at 'em
saw
all,
of your
but-
option.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
will
just-
often try to do this when I think there are things that I can taunt you with. Go ahead, try it. Doesn't mean you should.
Yeah. Well.
It's like the little
If
devil and the
anything-
little angel on your
Yeah.
shoulders.
No. I might as well, because at this point, if anything hits us, then we're all dead anyway. So I'll cast my last spell, use magic missile. I'll send one to the one that just took a little damage that's still up from audience, and then two at just another. I guess the one next to him, or the closest next to him.
Okay.
So that's.
It's an automatic hit. You just have to roll for damage.
Yeah, alright. The first one was a 4 for the one that already took the damage.
Okay.
And, well, actually, that was a 5 because it's +1. So,
Okay.
yeah. The next one was 2, 3, so that's 7 total for the other 2 darts into the other one.
Okay, so one dart to the one that was damaged and the two others on a new one.
Right.
Alright, so the first one hits the one that was already injured, and you manage to hit him straight to the heart. The dart really just goes through him to the other side, and he falls to the ground. The second one didn't even saw it coming. It goes from one side of the head and comes out the other way, the other end, and he just falls to the ground as well. So 2 more down.
Alright. And I'll just look to audience and say, dude, could you heal him or anything? Pointing out in the open to Tobiyashi, just, and then that'll be my action. I'll duck back in.
Hello?
Don't
What?
back
What?
down.
Alright, so we now have 8 using slings trying to get to you. Oh well, actually, you did kill 4 of them fairly easily. No. All right, so
I'm scared.
well, all right. You did all try to go for full cover. All right, so you did all manage to make it back to cover, which means the group, which was using sling, don't see anyone anywhere to fire. They do not move, they do not hit, but you hear the second wave starting to creep by them and come toward you. Apparently, those who had the slings decided to let the melee group.
Well, fuck.
Am I still passed out on the ground?
Yes, but you're
Yes.
stabilized.
Okay.
So you're not gonna die on one unless someone just drives
Hits
a
me.
knife through you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so the reserve group, however, does not make it to the front line. They move their 30 feet. They are 10 feet away from your line. They do not wish to give you the opportunity to massacre them, so they are playing it safe, and they're just moving their movement toward you, not using their action to move also. But all 12 of them kneels.
They're gonna spear us?
What?
They wanna
Said,
be
are they gonna
sneaky,
spear us?
sneaky.
All right, Tobiyashi. Well, you're stabilized. Not much you can do. Valtteri.
Yes.
Help me.
I help you now.
There
I'm
are
trying.
12 kobolds currently trying to make their way to the front
I
line.
want one last
Yes.
stand. Where's my second wind at?
I'm.
That's warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
huh?
class into fighter real quick.
Jeez.
I'm gonna. Let's see.
Just start praying to your god, Tobiyashi, whoever you worship.
Oh my gosh. God of light, please help me.
I'm gonna use Tomatorching,
Okay.
my cantrip,
Yes.
and let's see. I'm gonna use the first one, which does your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal
Yes.
for 1 minute, and oh, one is already gone again.
Well, he's unconscious. That's not too bad.
Yeah, the cat was the cat. Okay, and I'm gonna scream into that direction, trying to scare them with my loud voice. And I'm gonna scream.
What did you say?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. Fuck, what was the name of the I'm trying to have like more of a deeper voice, so it might sound like a wolfish creature,
Right?
and scream at them, "Leave! This is him. Go away and don't harm them anymore. I am your master." Yeah, I'm trying to.
You're trying
Like that
to
wolfish
deceive
creature.
them,
Yes.
essentially. Okay, so try to make a deception roll.
Okay, let me see what my deception was again.
Well, actually,
That
what do you want to do? Force them into submission or have them run away in terror? Because if you want to force them into submission, it's deception. If you want to make them live in terror, it's intimidation.
Well, I want them to go into submission, but also go away, like not so leave, but not in fear. So, I guess deception.
Deception, you are trying to make yourself sound like their god.
Yes.
So if you deceive them, they might not run. They might simply kneel, get confused. If you go for intimidation, you're trying to make it feel like you're their god who is going to punish them if they do not leave.
Yes.
So
That
which
is
one?
what I... the second one.
So it's
is what I'm trying-
intimidation.
Okay. Okay, that's that. And... Well, I have
Because
0
you
on-
want to assist yourself with thaumaturgy, I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay. So that was... Well, the first roll was still better, but I have no thing on intimidation, so it's just an 18.
Okay.
The second roll was a 15.
Just an 8.
Just an 18. I meant with just an 18 that there's nothing from my
Okay.
other thing.
You are going to know the effect of this attempt on their turn.
Okay.
We finish with audience.
I'm going to turn to Trevor.
You sound a little bit far away.
I'm going to turn to Trevor, and I'm going to say, let's go into one of the wagons, and then they'll have to funnel in to fight us one at a time. So I'm going to go and try and get inside one of the wagons, and then kind of like hold the entrance, so that they have to funnel at me like one at a time to fight me.
They're carts, not wagons.
Yeah, carts. Oh, so they're not covered?
No.
Oh. Well, that ruined my plan. Okay, I'm going to... I will then use... how far away is Tobiyashi?
Tobiyashi is roughly 15 feet away.
Okay. I will use 15 feet of my movement to go over to Tobiyashi. I will lay on hands him for... I guess I'll go down no matter how much. So I'll just do 1 HP, just to wake him back up.
So, Tobiyashi, you get a little divine tap on your cheek. Wake up!
Oh wow.
You just see my face. You just see over my face. You made the dragons bless you. and then I'll use.
And then a smooch on his cheek.
There's some
It's a
more
little
of them
smooch.
intimate looks from the tavern back in the town.
And then I'm going to
What
use my 15 feet, my other 15 feet, to move back into full cover next to Trevor.
Alright. So you get... Tobiyashi, you get waken up by a kiss from a dragon.
Wow. Never thought I would. Just whoa. Would I be able to do anything, or do I have to wait?
No, because he's the last one doing something from the round. So you're going to have to wait for the next one.
All right.
Alright, we go back at the top of the round, which is Trevor.
Yeah.
So you see this nice spectacle.
Yeah,
Usually in the fairy tale you've heard, it's supposed to be a prince kissing a princess, but in that case it was a dragonborn kissing a monk.
It worked.
okay.
That's the
All
important
right, so
works.
That's the important part.
So we're all in the carts, well, behind the carts, and then we're in that little U-shaped alcove there.
Yes.
Which direction are, in relation to where we are in the carts, where are the slingers, and then where are the other ones? Are they like Like if here were the carts, are they like north of us or like off to the sides or?
No, they're mostly straight in front of you. So the U shape would be more like place like this. So you have carts here. I don't know if you can see. Well, all right. So you have a cart here. You have a cart here. This space here is empty, and they're basically all here. And there is another line of melee ones that is roughly here.
Oh, so they're like almost right on top of us now.
The melee ones are 10 feet away.
Oh, Jesus.
And the 8 remaining range one are 30 feet away.
Yeah, I really got nothing. Yeah. I don't want to run and leave the party, but yeah, I guess I'll just peek out and shoot whatever's closest to me with a firebolt.
All right.
That is a 11 total.
11? 11 does not hit.
Okay.
So you are becoming too nervous, and because of that, you're shaking and shoots and miss.
I will just get a little bit further behind audience.
All right. The 12 who have just reached your line, 6 of them are crossing over and attacking whomever they can find. Which is all of you, because you are all standing behind one of the 2 carts at the entrance.
What
Yes.
happened to my intimidation?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. The reason why only 6 comes in is because 6 other are really confused about what's going on. They're not getting any closer because there is a spark of doubt in their mind that, well, it's not, but it could be a priest of it. But 6 of them are confident that it's not true. So they're attacking. The rest of them, well, you can't make the difference because they're those who are firing at range. And they're not firing because you're all completely covered. Alright. So, the 6 brave ones. Wow. They don't like Trevor. Alright, the first one attacks Trevor with a 7. The second one with a 10.
Nope.
The third one with a 3.
Nope.
There is a 4th one attacking you.
Okay.
They really don't like Trevor,
With a 5.
No.
but they all suck.
Well, they are scared. They're
Well,
They
they're
have
trying to hit
doubts.
me, and they got audience in front of me, so he's like my shield and just deflected it all for me.
Meat shield. The best type of shield.
Yeah.
the other
They just respect me too much to hit me.
Well, it does
They're trying
appear.
to stab around you, and it's just not working.
It does appear. It does seems like that because none of them is attacking you. The other two ones, one is attacking Valtteri, the other one is attacking Tobiyashi.
Great. The
I
ones on 1
believe
HP.
1 HP.
The one
All
HP
right,
game.
so we have 11 for Valtteri
Miss.
and 14 for Tobiyashi.
Miss.
Oh, it's all miss.
Thank you.
You are lucky.
Yes.
We're making it through one more round.
And it's your turn, Tobiyashi.
Yes. Okay. Finally. Well, I wake up seeing that I just got kissed and everything, and almost attacked.
One kobold just tried to kill you again, but missed because you are
My-
looking straight at him and he is shaking. Something has scared him, but not enough to not be able to act.
Okay. My fight or flight response activates late, and I'm going to kick him in the face and duck for cover.
All right, well, go ahead, make an attack roll.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. Double kick in the face. No, just one. 13.
13 does hit.
5.
You kick him and you hear something snaps. He falls
Wow.
backward outside of the cart, or in front of the cart. You killed
All
him.
right. Good. He deserves to die. Okay, maybe not, but
I don't know, they're attacking us.
I'm a little bit
Self-defense,
dazed.
you know.
Yeah. The next one would be Tao, which I would like him to make a perception roll.
Okay. That's 9, 12.
12. And I do not remember, is Tao a she or he? That doesn't influence the answer. It's just because I said him. I was wondering if I should have said her.
It's an
I don't
it.
I don't even think I'm really sure, but
Okay.
I'm
That's
assuming
fair enough.
he.
All right.
That's what I read him as, even though I
gosh.
haven't called him one way or another yet.
All right. Well,
I mean,
there's
if
no
you
problem.
want, I could use animal handling later to see.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are you sure we should do this on stream? All right. So we go down to Valtteri.
Yes, so there's one kobold in front of me, right?
But
Yes.
I will mentally tell Tal to return if he hasn't already to us to try and assist the ones that are here with us inside the carts.
Okay.
Because I don't really have anything, and I can't do my plan that I was now thinking of because there's a kobold standing in front of me. I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
Go ahead.
So first a d20. Natural 20.
Go ahead. It does hit.
Yes, that's a d6 plus 1. 5. But I don't know if I get a bonus if I do a d20.
Yes. If you have a critical hit, you do twice the amount of damage of your weapon.
Okay, so 2d6. So 1 more.
Gosh. Smashed his
2,
head.
so 7 in total.
7 in total. Well,
Yes.
the hit does kill it. You strike just below the neck in his throat, and you hear him, and you see him fall to the ground, choking and then dying. Is that
That
it?
was great.
I mean, can I do one of my cantrips still? Or would that be an action? That would be an action, right?
If you
have
had
one
a
that's-
cantrip that was set as a bonus action, yes, you could, but otherwise not.
No, wait. No, the one I want to do is not a bonus action.
Okay, well, you have your movement left.
Well, I'm going to hide more. Like,
Everybody just keeps funneling behind audience.
yes, like I try to move to
Dad.
audience and Travis.
Well, actually, right now, because you tried to pull Tobiyashi away from the fight, you are next to a cart with him, and Audience
Okay.
and Trevor are next to the
On
other
the-
cart.
Okay, then.
Oh gosh.
I'm just checking that Toby is fine. And
Well, he's smiling because he killed one.
like that he's not
Wait.
Mixed emotions.
Just wakes up and just kicks one in the face before he even stands up there.
He also might be smiling because he probably has a concussion. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's smiling from the kiss on the cheek. He got.
Just
You
a little
never
bashful,
know.
just
A little bashful.
You know, if he's not
Yeah.
used to seeing Dragonborn, he might be confusing the sexes of the Dragonborns. For someone not used to it, can be confusing.
You're hallucinating a little bit here too. You know?
All right,
you
so
know.
the next one with the initiative would be Audience.
All right.
Owlbear?
There are
I'm
none
gonna do-
attacking you and 4 attacking your friend.
Well, there's none yet. Well, but they're all kind of surrounding me because my friend's behind me. So,
Yeah, well,
they're
they...
basically all around me.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
alright.
do a surprising move, which is I feel like they're too close. So I'm actually gonna drop my sword,
Okay.
and instead just punch one and then punch another one
Okay.
because I could do 2 attacks if I don't use my great sword.
Two will.
The other one, I believe, does not have proficiency, though.
I mean, if they're just unarmed strikes, it's just the classic unarmed strike thing because I'm not using any weapons. I'm just
No.
literally using my unarmed strikes.
Yeah, I know, but when you're using... it's like using 2 weapons. What's different with the monk is that he has literally a second attack. But if you do this, on the second attack, it counts as dual wielding. Meaning the second
Okay, so
attack
my
does not have
proficiency.
proficiency, I believe.
Okay,
Like,
that's
it's
fine.
like a kind
Still
of.
got the
I'll
strength
take-
bonus, just not proficient.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, both hit anyway, because it was 18 and 16.
Yes, both hit.
I still get my +4. It's still good enough.
Well, you get
And
your
both-
+4 and your 1. So
So anyway, so I deal 5 damage to both of them.
you kill both.
punches.
You crush their skull from your towering height and next to them.
Bop, bop.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you're laughing. Alright, so there's...
When that paladin becomes a monk class.
Oh my gosh. Slaughter.
Yes, your next level is with Monk. Alright, so that brings us back to the top of the round. So, there are 6 outside. There are 2 inside the camp, and another 12 waiting.
Oh my gosh, 12
You
waiting.
mean 8. They're 8. Right? 8 slings.
Well, actually, they were holding their action. In case someone decided to try and run or come at them. But actually, I'd say Tobiyashi, you hear
Yes.
something. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to react to this, but because of your high passive perception, you're the only one who hears this. You hear the sound of... It's like moth wing flaps. The night butterfly moths.
Oh, moths.
Moths,
Okay,
wait.
I was like, whoa. Okay.
So you hear that, but it's faint, but it's getting louder. And actually, you've heard that before from one of your master.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know if you remember which one it might be.
I think I do. Let me see.
All right.
No, I don't.
Well, actually, it would be the one that was teaching on how to use the shadows in the night. I don't know if you remember
Okay.
which one it is, because that would give you a hint of what's coming.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I do. Yep. I do. All right. Yep.
Checking notes. Yep, I got it.
All right.
Just had to go back.
So we are at the top of the round with Trevor.
Let me see. But yeah, I got all the other ones around.
So there's 2 in front of you, and you are sure there are 18 still to come.
Yeah. Do I recall any of them speaking common at all? Or
Well, you remember
Yeah,
the
I-
one last time speaking Draconic.
yeah, I remember hearing that, but they never spoke common that we can recall, right?
No, but you've
Alright.
seen some in town, so you know some of them actually know common. You don't know if they know common.
All right. Well, I will try. Well, I'll just say I'll still fire a firebolt at whatever's closest to me here, but then after that, I'm going to suggest that maybe we should surrender and hope for the best in a couple of hours.
Well, if you shoot at one and say we surrender, they might not believe
Well,
you.
I'm just saying this to the party, and I'm just saying maybe we should surrender, and
All right. Well, if you're firing at one, yes, roll for attack. But I believe you are trying to hit a kobold with a range
Yeah,
spell.
close range,
they're
so it'll
melee.
be disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Valtteri. I haven't forgotten you needed a break to change. As soon as the fight is over, we're gonna go on a break.
Actually, yeah, I will say that. I'll say that maybe we should surrender and just hope that we can live a couple of hours. But then I'll just raise my hand and shoot a firebolt straight up in the air and just hold my hands up.
Okay.
Hopefully, like a
a
signal flare kind of thing. Yep.
What do you think the chances are that I'm going to surrender?
I know. He said, "What do you think the chances are he's going to surrender?" Basically 0, but I'm making an effort here.
Okay.
You don't know me.
All right.
I just punched 2 in the head. I'm not stopping.
Yeah, you're a little quiet though. You've been the mic a little closer.
Your microphone is a bit out of place.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you say you surrender. Are you
Actually, I will say that in Draconic. Actually, I will say
Okay.
that in Draconic.
Are you actually trying to make them believe you're surrendering, or are you actually suggesting that you surrender to everyone?
Well, when I said that in common at first, I'm just suggesting that we do that basically to buy us some time. But then I will be sincere, with the others. I will just put my hands up, not do anything. I'm trying to be as convincing as possible. So I don't know if you want to accept.
All right. Well, then I'd say make a persuasion check with disadvantage. With just a persuasion
really
check.
lying because I'm basically just going to
I
surrender to buy us some time.
No,
so.
because I was thinking that because you were fighting them, but you didn't make a show that you didn't want to fight them anymore. So I'm not going to give you disadvantage. I'm just going to ask you to make a persuasion roll.
Straight roll. That's a natural 1. Plus 4, so that's a 5.
You it's hard to tell, but you don't feel like a lot of them believed you.
Well, I could have shot them, and I shot it in the air, so, I mean...
Well, actually, you see a few of them, 2 or 3, maybe looking at the firebolt going up, and then looking at you. Like a dog expecting a bone.
Is it coming back down? Yeah, maybe, eventually.
2 hours later. Fireball hits the ground.
It lands
Alright.
and hits me in the head. Yeah.
All right, so, there's actually 2 of them in the cart, and the 2 of them in the cart aren't very impressed, so they're going to attack Audience because he just killed 2 of their kind.
Bring it.
One of them hits with an 11,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
and the other
That
one with a
doesn't hit.
16.
It's a 16 hits. I might be knocked out.
Yeah.
My-
He's gonna have to roll very low damage for me not to be knocked out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially because I think the minimum damage they can do is not exactly to your advantage. Where is it? Here it is. And
He needs to do 3 damage for me still to be up.
yeah, I was gonna say, and they do 4 hit points of damage.
Yeah, so I'm exactly 0.
So one
Wow.
of them does manage to hit you, and it goes under your armor, and it hits something bad enough for bloods to start spilling, and you fall to your knees and then to the ground.
Exactly 0. Which means I'm stabilized but unconscious. I'm
No,
at
exactly
exactly
0. Actually, oh goodness, that's an old rule.
I'm not sure on that one.
No,
That was
because
past 0.
all right, we're gonna play this like this because it always felt like it was a good way to do this. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay,
Seems fair.
get +2 to that. Oh no, yeah, I'm not stable. I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, no.
There's no stability.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
So blood is pouring out of that wound, so you're not stable.
I'll just
Dragon.
lower my health to -1 real quick off that nat 1. We'll just take extra damage from that.
All right.
Fine.
The others seems to be hesitating. Yeah, they're hesitating. Some of them wonder what that spell was, why it went up. Some of them are wondering why they say they're surrendering, and some of them are wondering if they're not actually fighting a priest of the hunter. So the rest of them
Wow.
are not actually attacking you. For now, you do notice that some of them are actually starting to come out of this sort of trance. So we have them. Tobiyashi. So
Yes.
do you know what's coming?
Yes, I know what's coming.
Do you want to share something, or do you want to keep fighting?
I will say I'll look over to the rest of them after seeing him fall to the ground.
Play your cards well.
Yeah, I'll say we should be fine if you guys could just survive. And I am going to roll for a stealth. And is there any darkness around?
Well, if you jump in front of the cart, you're gonna jump outside of the light radius of the fire camp. But if you fail that stealth check, you're gonna be
Yes.
in line of sight of 12 kobold shooting with
One
slings.
more question.
Yes,
One more question. How tall is the thing that we're underneath?
fairly tall. I'd say maybe 20 or 30 feet high.
Okay. All right. No.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
Third thing, I'm gonna roll the no. Hmm.
And then all the falls. Trevor says, "I told you to surrender."
I'm going for it. All right, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna roll for stealth,
All right.
and yeah.
Oh boy, please not be a natural one.
Go big or go home.
What is it?
24. I rolled a 19.
Nice. You are
Sneaky,
fairly
sneaky.
certain that they didn't see this.
All right. Just jump out, do a spiral, hide in
Yeah.
the bushes.
No one even heard you falling. It's just then what did you do? You still
okay,
have
okay.
movement.
Yeah. Okay. So what is what's around me right now?
Around you,
In my
your
vicinity.
back is at your back. You have the cart. You are in front of the cart, so you have in front of you 6 kobold, very confused, but that are starting to wonder if someone didn't try to pull a fast one on them, and 8 kobold with slings, starting to load their sling again. Other than that, behind the cart that is behind you, you have the rock formation, and you're in the middle of a clearing. And there are 2 moons in the skies.
There are 2 kobolds now standing over my fallen body.
Okay. Yeah. How close is he from me?
Audience?
Yeah.
Well, because of the jump you just made, I'd say he is roughly 25 feet away from you.
Would it take an action to? Okay, I found them.
You
Would it
already
take an
took
action
an
to equip my
action
dart?
by. You already took an action by going stealth.
Yeah, I was just asking. Like, would it take an action to equip my dart?
No, drawing a weapon doesn't take an action.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna do, and that's all I can do. So. Wait. Okay. Wait. Can I move around behind the rock formation? Or did I use all my movement?
No, you still have 15 feet of movement. You would be able to just reach the side.
Okay, I'll do that, and then stay still if I can. That'll be it.
All right. So we have Valtteri. Valtteri,
Yes.
make a perception roll for your friend.
Okay. Okay, and what was the bony for
Plus 3.
perception? +3. Okay, it's a 10.
Okay. What do you do? So you just saw Tobiyashi jump and make a perception. No, actually, that would be an action for you. So no, you just saw Tobiyashi jump and disappear while saying, "Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine."
I'll still have this plan in my mind. And because 1 minute hasn't gone by yet, I still have the bony for my voice being up 3 times louder than normal.
Okay.
And because I can stack Tomatori 3 times, I can use 3 different things. Only once, but like they stack. I'll do another one. And I'll see the campfire. The campfire is still on, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna... You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna brighten it up so it gets even lighter for them, so they see even more brightness coming from there. And I'm screaming back to the kobolds that are still outside. leave immediately, or the hunter will punish you.
Well, the same thing. Do you want to make them leave or submit?
I want them to leave.
Intimidation.
Okay. Boop. Yeah, it's just a 3.
Well, then I'm gonna have to say that you see one starting to panic.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Audience, I'm gonna have you make a death save.
Okay. Yeah. 19.
All right, you save. So we go back at the top of the round. Now we're gonna go with Trevor. Make a perception roll. Oh, actually, make one for Tao.
Oops.
Also.
Oh, okay. All right. Tau is a 14.
Okay.
And I have a. What's my perception? 6. That's investigation 4, so that's 16.
16.
Yeah.
You can start to hear this faint moth-like wing flapping coming straight toward where you are. In fact, it feels like it is homing on the flare you just sent.
Huh.
It is close.
Okay. I don't want to shoot another one up in the air then if it's coming from that direction. So I'll just yell out Draconic again, just, be as convincing as I can. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me. And then I'll cast a mage hand, just holding a third hand up there, and just, have it going up, just a little spectral white hand, just please.
Oh, goodness. Well, the kobolds are having very, very mixed feeling about this.
Can we roll another persuasion check?
Actually, yes.
Okay. And then I'll also mentally communicate to Tao to go try and find help. Just go searching. Oh, that's a 17 plus 4, so 21.
Wow. Well, you're going to see on their turn, but you feel like you are very convincing in the way that you are saying that you want to surrender. Feels like you're doing a good performance. Okay, we got Trevor, and then we have the kobolds. Well, actually, you get to see immediately the way things are going to go, because you see all of the kobolds seem to stand down, and you start hearing them say, "We have prisoners now." You hear another one say, "One of them escaped! One of them escaped! We have to find it!"
All in Draconic, I'm guessing. Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna ask Valtaria and Tobiyashi, do you want to keep fighting this, or do you want to follow Trevor's lead?
Can I stay in like my sneak thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just do that and like watch them from the side of the boulder.
So, Valtteri, it all depends on you. Do you want to follow Trevor's idea, or do you want to stick to yours, or do something else?
I'm gonna do something else first. Going to audience and use my herbalism kit on him.
Okay, so are you leaving combat?
Yes.
You want to convince them that you want to fight, that you want to save your friend before he dies. Is that what you're trying to do?
I don't know. Am I able to use my herbalism kit after I did that again?
Yes, you have 10 use, but right now,
Okay.
because of Trevor, they are perceiving you as prisoners of war.
Okay. Okay.
So they are standing in front of, between you and audience.
Oh, okay. So they already moved forward more.
They still had two. They still had some around him, and the
Okay,
other ones are
two.
coming in slowly. So this is why I
didn't
want to know
know that.
if you're
Okay.
intent on fighting or trying to just convince them. Because if you want to fight, we stay in combat. If you want to convince them, we can leave combat.
Convince them.
All right. So you have one
go
party
back up.
member slowly dying, one hidden, and
Yes.
one who has managed to convince everyone that you are surrendering. So we are leaving combat. I do not mind taking the break right now. Which means we will be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
Right.
See you all in 10 minutes.
Okay.
And we're back. So, are we back on Twitch? Can someone just check, make sure we are back on
Right.
Twitch with the sound?
Right now it's still the border because there's still like a
few
little bit of a
seconds, yes, I
delay.
know.
So I'm waiting right now.
So let's see. And yes, we're back.
Yeah,
Good.
the sound is on and we're back on.
All right. So, Valtteri, you are trying to convince, if I'm not mistaken, the kobold to let them save your friend. I am going to make you roll a persuasion roll.
Good thing I know how to speak Draconic.
Yes. And I'm not gonna give you disadvantage because it does appear like you have all surrendered.
Okay, so persuasion was it, right?
Persuasion, yes.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't have anything on that.
No,
A
you
12.
okay. Well, the two around audience let you heal him, but they are looking at you very closely to make sure that you don't use magic to heal him back to full health. They just want you to save them. Actually, they do a little bit more than that. When they look at you and say that you want to help your friend, they look at you and they say, "All right, save him. He's probably worth more alive. But not more than that. Just barely alive, or we kill you."
Deja vu.
Alright. I will barely heal him, so he is not going to die.
All right. So do you use one use of your medicine kit, or do you use just what you know about medicine? Because you do have a +6. You are.
I
there is
know
a-
that is what I'm thinking about. I'll use
Also-
medicine. No?
We could barely hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I am very because I just went down to 0, so it shouldn't be like I'm not as wounded as Tobiyashi was.
Yeah.
So
I was wrecked.
Okay, so I roll now. That's a 15 plus 6 is 21.
Yeah, that's not a problem. So you stabilize him. So, audience, you are brought back to 0 hit point, stabilized.
Well, I was already at 0 hit points, so I just am
Well,
stabilized.
yeah, it's just at the stabilize condition,
Okay,
which
yeah,
means
yeah.
that you are no longer in danger of dying. You're just not conscious. So, you just managed to stabilize him. Trevor, you're muted.
Sorry, I just said, okay, he's still unconscious. Good.
I immediately wake up. Just like punch a kobold. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what I said. Unconscious is the best place for you to be right now.
All right. So, actually, I'm gonna have Valtteri and well, no, since you're the only one who hasn't heard it, Valtteri, make a perception roll.
Okay. +4. 25. No, wait. +4 and 19 is 23. Sorry. Math.
It's still good. It's still very good. So you are starting to hear this flapping sound like a moth coming. It's a lot louder than a moth, but it's very close. Tobiyashi, you, because you've heard it, you've heard it.
Yes.
Round after round, getting louder and louder and louder. And Trevor, you are hearing it for the second round, and it's getting louder, and it's fairly big.
Can I see what it is? Like,
With
Do I
that
see
perception roll, I'd say yes, you can see something. Your senses has you looking toward the night sky, and you can see this silhouette that looks fairly big, coming, flying toward you. It does appear to have moth-like wings. It will probably be there within the next 10, 12 seconds.
Can I see this from the back?
Well, I'd say yes. You have a very good passive perception, enough to see this without having to make a perception roll. And anyways, you already noticed what was coming.
All right. We're not in a battle or anything, so I could do
right
whatever.
Right now, no, you're out of combat. So you really just have to make sure that they don't start killing you for the approximate length of a commercial break.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So Valtteri, what do you do? You see that Trevor seems to have noticed it, but doesn't know where it's coming from. And Tobiyashi said that everything would be fine before he left.
And morphed into
Things gonna be fine. Peace out.
I'm not staying here to see it, but it should be okay.
Yeah, be fine for me. See you later.
And your friend, your hidden friend, isn't sending you a feeling of panic anymore, but of uncertain curiosity.
Okay. I'm trying to keep like a picture in my mind of this creature so I can first later draw a picture of it in my book. And try to stay calm, but also curious, and like my eyesight follows the creature to see where it goes.
All right. So you see the kobold just trying to gather you around. They're taking audience, trying to drag him near the campfire, along with everything. You seem to have just made a mess. They're not pleased, you sort of invited yourself in their home and rummaged through their legitimately stolen goods. All the while, you're hearing this buzzing sound getting closer and closer. And you notice that some of them are starting to notice this sound and they're starting to look around, trying to figure out where it's from.
Question.
Yes.
How many are around, Sam?
In the camp?
Yeah, Odeon. How many are around Odeon?
Right now, there's 5 of them dragging him closer to the campfire.
Huh. All right. That's not good.
There seems to be a problem dragging such a big carcass on their own.
They would have would they be stand down or would they have like weapons out? Would I see them like ready?
Well, those with a sling still have their sling up, but there is no stone inside the sling. The sling, sorry. Those who had daggers all put them back in whatever they use to sheath their dagger, because most of them are busy dragging audience closer to the campfire. After all, for them, it's loot.
Okay.
And you did, if you think about it, you did kill a third of their group in total. So they're kind of hurting.
How far are the sling people from me?
They're, I'd say they're entering the camp right now, so they're maybe 20 feet away from you, the 8 of them.
Okay. I don't know if they'd see me. Can I use my full walking distance to go behind them?
Not if you want to stay stealthed.
So they would see.
Well, actually, if you want to move your full movement, I would have you make a stealth check with disadvantage.
No, I'm gonna just stay here. I'm fine.
Okay. So Trevor, you also see that the kobolds are getting nervous because they're hearing this sound, and some of them are actually trying to figure out where it's coming from. I think you're muted.
Yeah, muted. But yeah, I just still got my hands behind my head. But I know I sent Tao out to go scout the area, so I will just say in Draconic, that's probably my pet owl. I will call him back. He was scouting the area, but we've surrendered now, so I'll bring him back in Draconic.
Okay.
Hopefully try and ease their mind a little.
Tension.
Are you doing this while looking through Tao's eyes, or are you just...
No, he was just scouting,
Okay.
and I told him to communicate it to me if he's seen anything.
Okay. So, well, actually, you do feel like he's telling you he's seeing something.
Okay, well, at the same time, I'll tell him to come back. And can you tell me what, or do I need to look through your eyes?
He's never seen that before.
And I'll just say, I think I know what you see, but just come on back. I think we might be okay.
All right. So Tao starts to come back, and
This is all mentally. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah. I know. So Valtteri, are you still looking in the sky, trying to see this coming, or are you trying to do something else? Because last you did something, you just noticed that. So what are you doing?
I'm still watching it.
All right. So
I want to see where it's flying to.
what you see is this huge moth-like humanoid getting really close to Tao, and just before hitting him, he dips toward the ground in a nosedive and disappears. Literally disappears. Feels like he just got absorbed by the shadows.
Nani?
Nani?
Does that mean Tao got back about the same time the flapping stopped or whatever?
Almost. You sort of told him that, Then he said he didn't know what it was. It came back, and suddenly you hear nothing. There's a
Close enough to where they might buy it, so I'm good with that.
I'm looking a little bit
Honestly,
confused.
don't know what to do.
And I'm just like standing there speechless, not really knowing what to do.
So you hear some of the kobolds saying, "There's something. There's something. Some of them are acting funny. They did something."
I'm like, I just
Gosh,
called
I
my
hope you
owl
guys are
back,
ready.
you know, there's no more sound. It was him flapping. I haven't seen anything else. You know.
You're trying to trick us. You're trying to trick us. What did you do? What did you do?
Did nothing. Nothing at all. Just called my owl back.
Well, make a persuasion roll. Technically, you're not lying.
Yep.
Mm.
So, 9 plus 4 to 9.
Aw.
Well, one of them believes you.
That's always good.
Somebody does.
Actually, two of them believed you. The others really didn't. They're still
2 out of
very.
5. That's almost half.
You see three of them starting to rummage through audience and trying to force Valtteri on her knees to rummage through her backpack. Valtteri, do
I
you
don't like
oppose
it.
them or do you let them?
I oppose.
What do you do to oppose them? They're trying to force you on your knees. They said, "Your backpack. We want your backpack. Show us what's in your backpack. We know you're carrying something."
I'm like looking down like, what? And what could I do? What could I do?
As you are wondering what happens, you hear one of them saying, "Hiya!" And then nothing.
As soon as I hear that, I am going to from where I'm at, I will throw. Okay. Can I only throw one dart?
At a time, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw a dart at the closest one to me.
All right.
From the shadows.
Bonus action? I'm not sure if that considers like 2 weapon fighting or not.
Yeah, is that two
well,
weapon
actually, darts are not considered monk weapon, so it's only a normal attack. Monk weapon are melee, simple weapons, unless you are a Kensei monk. Then you can add whatever weapon you want to your.
Wow.
So,
I remember that.
Yeah. So yes, it is not a monk weapon, so it would be a normal attack.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna throw it from the shadows. 21?
Yes, 21 hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
6.
6. Well, you kill him. As soon as you hear this other one just go, "Ah!" You hear another one say, "There's really something," and you see one fall with a dart stuck inside his throat.
I ready another one.
So it's the
it-
3 that are around me now? And 2 of them just got downed?
No, actually, the 2 that were just downed were those with
Slingshot.
slings.
Okay. Got it.
Trevor, Valtteri,
I
what
ready
do you
another
do?
one.
Yes. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy again.
Okay.
I'm just staying
There
there
you
with
go.
my hands over my head.
And I'm gonna...
Get hit.
I'm gonna cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute so that they get like a little bit startled.
Throw them off guard. All right. It's a sound that originates from point to choose. Which one it is? Instantaneous cause to unlock door.
Oh, it's. Wait, I can.
There's
For
the
me-
voice. There's flame, harmless. Oh, okay, tremor. Yes,
Yes.
because harmless tremor. So it's just like there's a 18-wheeler
Wait.
coming by, or train. All right. So they feel this. You see all the kobolds starting to panic a little bit, not knowing what's happening. They're all looking around. Who's doing this? What's happening? They're doing something. Kill them all! Kill them all! And as they say this, there is a burst of shadow in the middle of this, and you see two of them that were dragging audience just fall to the ground, sliced in half.
I attack the nearest one.
Go ahead.
What is happening?
That's 9.
You missed.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then I'm gonna try to attack him again. Just with
Well,
my fist.
actually,
Or no.
well, if you'd want to go like this, you would. We would have to fall in combat, but I'm not sure we have.
Okay,
we
yeah,
have to
nope.
do this.
Fine.
Because the two of them that have been killed have been replaced by a figure as tall as audience, with a similar build and shape, except that instead of having scale, they're covered in slight felt-like material. It's a small duft that covers them. It's a naftan.
Hey.
And they are known to be masters of the shadows. He's standing tall in the middle of them all, with two short swords, in a stance ready to fight, one that you do not recognize. None of you. It is not Tobiyashi. It is not one that you know, but you can identify the race. And because it still has its wings open, you know that it is not from the same clan as the one that you know. It is a different clan.
Oh wow. Oh. So okay. So this is. Oh. All right. So is this a different person?
Yes, it is not your master, but it is one of the same race. And actually, you have been told who that was. The captain of the ship did hire a Naftan to recover the treasures that he had lost. And they told you he went away flying.
Wow. Okay.
So is
All
there
right.
any more alive around us, or
Well, actually, now 4 more have died. So there were actually 2, 6, 8. So there were 16 in total. They've just lost 4 within a single round almost. The other ones are near panicking. They don't know what's going on. They just saw 4 of their kin get killed within almost reaction time. Some of them are trying to run away. You see 5 of them just losing their shit and running in whatever direction they can.
Attack of opportunity.
anybody close to me?
Yeah.
Well, actually, 5 of them are leaving. 4 additional have been dead.
by the
So this
entrance.
means there's 9 still around in the camp that haven't fled. We'd say 3 of them are in melee range within the camp. And the other ones are those with slings. So there's 6 with slings outside of the camp, just trying to make sense of what's going on, and 3 of them inside the camp, really not sure what to do. They look panicked. They just don't look running away panicked.
if I were to run like towards the shadow people out there, how many would get like an attack of opportunity against me?
Actually, the Naftan seems to have just appeared in the middle of camp. He is like 5 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. So the ones with the slings are like on the opposite side of them, away from me or whatever.
Well, they're almost at the camp, so they would be, those with slings would be roughly 5 to 10 feet away from you.
Close to me.
Yeah, it's probably at roughly the same distance, maybe 10 to 15 feet, because you were just on the side of the rock formation.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you let you can just let things unfold. You don't have to do
Yeah.
something.
no. I just.
I yell attack. It's time. Come on, Odian. We need you now.
He's still
stabilized.
unconscious.
I mean,
no.
I'd be happy to help, but
Oh, okay.
I don't have any spells to heal him.
How many
Like my
people are
spell
by
slots.
Odian
I have
right now?
spells, but
By audience, I'd say there are still 3 of them around audience.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
I won't do anything, but I'll just try and take a couple of steps away from them and just tell them telling the kobolds in Draconic to save us. They're gonna kill us all.
So, Valtteri, what do
I
you
can
do?
do a roll on that if you want. I don't care.
Well, it really depends. If you want to convince the kobold that you're on their side and you want them to protect you, I'd say if you really feel that this new figure is an enemy, you could roll perception. Otherwise, it's deception.
I'm pretty sure they're not an enemy if they're
There's
killing.
just
The
one.
enemy of my enemy. Is my friend at the moment. So yeah, I would say deception with that. So
Okay.
I'll worry about the other issue after the kobolds are dead. They're my immediate issue. So
It's the devil.
that is a deception 13.
You call upon the Black Eyed Peas.
Wow, they actually all believe you. I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 6. They all believe you.
yeah.
And I'm just backing away screaming, they're gonna kill us all, protect us!
So the 3 of them actually try and rush the Naftan. Oh. The 3 of them actually try to rush the Naftan, which you can assume ends really poorly for them as he falls into an extremely aggressive stance and
Oh gosh.
slice 2 of them without even making an effort. They just fall to the ground, sliced open. Another one, the third one managed to just barely dodge out of the blow that was coming, but he sort of lost his resolve to fight as he is now alone, surrounded by 3 people, one which has decimated half of the group he had.
I run in there and stab him.
And as Toby's sneaking up on him, I'm just yelling at him in Draconic, you can do it!
Okay, let me see.
The kobold doesn't want to fight anymore. You see, he's sort of
16.
adopting. All right. Well, it hits. Roll for damage.
Alright. Oh wait, it's
Still
the
the
1d6.
sling guy's
Don't
off in
stab him.
away a little bit there, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Naftan can take care of that.
Yeah.
Okay, oh wow, he's lucky. 4 points to damage.
Well, you kick him in the butt, and he loses his ground. He loses his feet. Sorry. He loses his balance, stumbles on the ground, falls, make a tumble or two, and just gets up and starts walking, wobbling.
He's like
Screaming.
I'd like to imagine you just kick him right into the Afghan and he just hacks him.
just
Well, that kick to his behind almost killed him, so he's
Yeah.
hurting and scared. And actually, as you see that one running away, those who have the slings suddenly aren't sure what to do and actually lose whatever morale they had left. Except one who starts
Can I
screaming.
see them from where I'm at?
Oh yes, they're not hidden in any way. They all start running except one who does the same thing as you and starts screaming, "I surrender! I surrender!"
It's like they're gonna kill all of us. Still yelling at him. Yeah, we're worth nothing to you, Dad. Protect us.
So right now you have one kobold still alive, just outside the circle, screaming, "I surrender! I surrender! Please don't kill me!" The other ones are all running away.
So those who wanted my backpack are also gone.
Oh, they just left.
Okay, they booked it.
Yeah, no, they might have slightly torn the side of your backpack because when they got panic, they just started running each in their direction, pulling on your backpack. But it's minor tears and it's nothing bad. And
Well, I have
just
mending.
noticed you have mend, so it's
Yeah.
really without issue for you.
My first thing I do, I'm going to search some bodies for something to heal Odian with.
Well, actually, you see the Naftan just turn around you and say, "What are you doing?"
Trying to heal my friend. Am I not supposed to?
He reaches in his back, rummages through a small pouch, and takes out a potion of healing, and he hands it to you. "Give him this."
Okay, take it. I bow and say thank you, and I turn over to Odian and I just pour it down his throat.
Time to return the favor. Here you go.
Do you give you a little kiss as well? Do you
Don't
care?
forget
Yeah, I
the
give him a
smooch
little
on the
peck
cheek.
on the head. No, on the forehead. Just
You wake up and he's
We'll
like
pack up
this
the forehead.
close to your face, you know.
the dragons told me to bring you back. Trust me.
That's not. So while
walks
Tobiashi
out.
is reviving audience, what does Trevor and Valtteri do? Trevor, you actually see the Naftan looking at you, slightly amused, and say, "I believe you can put down your hands now."
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's still got his hands over his head there. You know?
I assume you are the group who activated the beacon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as he's saying that, audience, you slowly come back to your senses with
I will say
Tobiyashi
that-
giving you a
I'll
kiss
ask
on
him.
the forehead.
So how much health? How much health did I regain?
It's a
1d.
minor health
Oh.
potion. You're full.
Minor health one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm full. Okay.
It's a minor health potion given to a level 1 player.
Yeah.
Alright.
After I kiss him on the
1d4
forehead, I'm
plus-
like,
1d4 plus 2, I think. So
1d4 plus 2, okay.
I look over at him. I'm like, hey, there's one more left. Are you gonna let him live this time?
Alright, so audience, you're in fairly good shape. As you said, it's the potion is 1d4 plus 1, so you are up, and that's the first thing you hear. A
Okay.
kobold is surrendering. What do
Well,
you want
first
to
I'm just like, did we win?
do?
Almost.
technically,
You see looming
with a
over
little help.
You see looming over Tobiyashi and Naftan, very calm, looking at you. I would assume you're the one who activated the beacon.
Yes, that would be me.
Very well. The
I
flare was a
pull up-
nice touch. Who
I
fired
don't actually
this?
know where the beacon is.
The flare was
Wait,
a
what?
nice touch. Who actually fired it?
Trevor will hold his hand up. It's like, me.
That was a clever idea.
Thank you.
So
I was
is
actually
this
surrendering at the time, and I was showing them that I wasn't going to shoot it at them. And I shot it up in the air. I was hoping somebody was close by.
very well?
ASMR.
So, I would assume this is all of the forces they had.
Hopefully.
I think we just lost audience. His image is frozen.
Yeah.
He looks like he's like.
Yeah.
He's enjoying
I'll
himself.
get back in a second. Yeah, he looks happy at least. So.
He went out happy.
There he
You're
is.
back.
He's back.
You were frozen with a very odd grin.
Went out with a smile.
So the Naftan asks you all, so is this all of their forces? Can the rest of the crew come and pick up the what is missing from the cargo?
I don't know how many's here.
That we know of, yes.
I
That's all
heard
that we
of.
know of.
Wasn't there a group still outside screaming, "I surrender"?
Yes,
Oh,
there
one
is
person.
one outside still there with his hand up in the air, screaming, I surrender, don't kill me."
Okay, I walk
there's-
over to him. Nothing like that.
Question: can I check up on my little friend and see if she's alright?
Sure.
Okay. So
Um, How would you like to do this?
I'm concentrating to see if I can feel her and how her presence
Oh,
feels
yes,
like.
yes. You can sense a sense of relief coming from her, knowing that you all seem to be surviving this.
Well, I'm still on 1 HP, so
Same.
Hey, 1 HP is 1 HP. It means you're surviving.
still bleeding.
And our
but
beat
still
shield's back
surviving.
up to full health, so that's really the most
Gotta
important
throw him
thing.
at someone.
Alright, so you have an Afghan in the middle of the group who is just looking patiently at you all.
I'm gonna go pick up my sword that I dropped.
I go talk to the kobold. I need to have a word with him.
Okay.
I'm looking really interested at the afternoon. Like, what creature are you? I've never seen you before.
Okay, okay, we're gonna go with you. The Naftan looks at you and says, I am a Naftan. We come from the shadows, we come from a distant land, but we have adapted to your land. I will admit there are not many of us, and you most likely haven't met many of our clans. And I do not belong to this island. This is not my clan. I was hired here. Hired for this, to recover this cargo. Unfortunately, the owner of the cargo sent me in the wrong direction, which is why it took me so long to get to you.
Well, still, thank you. You really saved our lives.
You came at just the right time.
Facial features.
I'm looking at him like trying to keep his picture in my mind so I can draw it later.
He looks very similar to Dragonborn. Similar build, similar
Just
size.
fluffy.
Yes, well, actually, it's not a thick layer of fluff. It's really something very short hair, very soft looking, but still, it's very short hair. It's
Still fluffy.
really a mix between a moth and a dragonborn.
So fluffy.
I like it.
So, Tobiashi, what do you want to do with that poor kobold still screaming, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
He's speaking in Draconic, right?
Yes.
Okay, I speak back to him in Draconic. So you want to be let go? You don't want to die here?
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Okay, well, I hear of this group that follow a certain kind of a dragon, and they might need help spreading their word around. So you might want to go talk to that big dragon man over there if you want to actually live through this.
Yes.
He looks at you. He looks at the group. He looks at himself. And he's okay.
All right, and I take him by the shoulder and I force him towards Odeon.
All right, audience, you see Tobiyashi forcing a kobold in front of you, and this kobold looks expectantly at you, saying,
Okay, I've just picked up my sword. I just look at Tobiyashi. I'm like, what do you want me to do with this one?
he said you would spare my life if I follow your belief.
I have brought you a new follower.
Are you one who has faith in the dragons?
Of course.
I bump him with my shoulder.
Of course I have faith in the dragons. They're mighty creatures. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah, I
They
just
are
elbow
more
him
than
again.
they are more than just mighty creatures. They are gods who look over us and keep us safe. To truly spread their word and their love, you must go and tell the world of their faith and how those should worship them as gods and start a faith around them.
He looks at you, he looks at Tobiyashi, he looks at the huge Naftan, dressed in black. He looks at the banner that displays the head of the hunter, and he goes to the banner. Do you prevent him?
No.
No.
Okay. He takes the banner, he goes next to the fire, and you see him put his hand in some ashes and soot and starts redrawing over the head of the wolf. And when he's done, it sort of looks like a dragon head.
Yes.
And he says, "Long live the dragons!" And he runs. He bolts with the banners in his hand, screaming, "Praise the dragon! Praise the dragon!"
I let him go.
While
like
he's
that.
running, Trevor was going to ask, one of the more intimidating ones to ask him this, but I don't know if we're going to get a chance. But as he's running away, he'll yell at Necrotic, "Is there any more around?"
Oh yeah, huh?
He doesn't answer. He just keeps screaming, "Praise the dragon!" as he leaves.
I'm gonna turn to Tobiyashi and say, Have you realized the faith of the dragons? Thank you for doing this for me."
It's no big deal. Just thought he might as well just serve a purpose instead of just die there.
I like you. You are a wise man.
Thank you.
I
Still
love a
thinking
good
about it.
romance.
Yeah. Trevor will just go around the bodies and just have a quick sort through them to see if there was anything of value on them other than their crude weapons or anything. I doubt it, but he'll have a look anyway.
I love a good bromance.
Always need one.
There aren't anything important on them because you already looted their camp, so most of what was useful was inside the camp.
Okay.
And they're kobolds. They don't accumulate a lot of treasure before someone tries to steal it again from them. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting much, but
I'm gonna go up to Valkyrie because she's kind of still bleeding and stuff because she looks still very wear and tear, and I'm gonna use
Same.
the rest of my lay on hand, so that's 4 more points to get her back up to like 5 each, cure some of the more outer wounds.
I go up to the Naftin all beat up, and I go to talk to him.
Thank you. I'm probably still a little bit shaking from all this.
yes, your first fight.
I say, don't thank me. Thank the dragons. This is the power that comes from their kindness.
you just hear Trevor let out a long, drawn-out sigh in the background.
All right, Tobieshi, what do you want to say to the Naftam? He just looks at you coming. Doesn't react much.
I overheard you say that you're not from around here.
No, I am from Estrin.
Okay. I was wondering if you would know, or if you've ever heard about a Naftan by the name of Fotha? Futha? I don't know how to pronounce it.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That was a good pronunciation. No, actually, I do not. Maybe if you could draw the maybe if you could draw the pattern of his wings, I could tell you if I know his clan.
Would I remember the pattern?
Make an intelligence check. Normal, straight intelligence check.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a hard DC.
Hey, 2.
Oh, actually, no. The more you try, the more it feels like you're making a crude Rorschach test.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Every time you
just
try
hold it
and
up.
modify it, and you just look at it and said, you have to add this here and stretch a bit.
Just imagine that this is...
Yeah. He looks at you, just raises a brow and said, "No, the pattern doesn't hit a bell. Sorry."
Okay. Just wondering.
There aren't a lot of communication between the clans, except when there are situations which warrant our massive intervention.
Alright, that's good to know.
What time is it too here? It's still like middle of the night or something now? Or?
I'd say right now it's probably around 10 o'clock. So it's night, but not middle of the night.
And, Trevor will suggest, do you guys think it's safe to rest here for the night and leave in the morning? You guys might be familiar with the shadows, but I'm not.
The Naftan looks at you and says, "You can rest. I will keep guard."
Thank you. We're all pretty beat up.
So are we able to do a long rest? I want to know if I can have my spells back then or not.
Long rest.
Actually, you all fall asleep very fast. You are all tired. You all went almost.
I'm still at
to
1
death.
HP.
You almost all
I
died.
feel like a jerk now. We were being such bros, and I just went and healed Valkyrie instead of you. We're also at 1 HP. God, I'm an asshole.
You already brought it
I
back
just
once.
helped
You
your
guys are
cause,
even.
Yeah,
now, so,
it's
No,
fair.
you were just being chivalrous.
Yeah, I respect it.
You were just being chivalrous. It's women and
ladies
child
first,
first.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So
Half
you
my
all,
arm is gone.
you all go to sleep fairly easily. You're all very tired from what happened during the last 5 minutes, and sleep comes easily. However, when you wake up, you're not in the stone clearing. You're not in the outcrop you were. You are actually in the middle of a room, sorry. And everything looks fuzzy around you.
About with my perception, actually.
You realize that no, this can't be real. But you feel it is. And after a few moments of looking around you, you realize you're in the middle of a crowd. There are a lot of people, which seem to come from all walks of life. Some of them are rich, some of them visibly poor. Some of them looks like hardened adventurers, some beginners. As you look around, you realize that Some of them you know. You actually recognize some of the party members, some of your friends that you just fought with. They're inside the room. And you can also see the Naftan from that you just met. He's somewhere in the crowd. As you look around, you realize that the room inside you are is very bright, brass colored, and you're in front of a large wall. In front of all the group around you, there is one person talking. You can't make out what he's saying. It's sort of muffled. But he looks like the creature who handed you your letters. You start
Can I
feeling...
try to make out what he's saying?
Sorry?
I was gonna say, can I try to make out what he's saying?
Yep,
No,
yep.
actually.
Okay.
The sound is muffled. You can't hear it, but you start feeling anticipation. You know that whatever he's saying is reaching an end, and you know that something's gonna happen. Something that you've been anticipating.
Oh, sorry.
It's building up inside of you, sort of like it's been a month at least since you've been working toward this, and you're finally here. And you know that you're gonna find something very soon that is important to you. And as you think that, you see the figure in front of you stops talking. He raises his hands, and they're still covered by the cloak that he was wearing. But the cloak does match the movement he's making, and as he lowers his arm, you can make out a door behind him that you could barely see before. But now you see it clearly. It is similar to a huge vault door, round, very sturdy, and it just recedes into a wall. And as it does, everyone starts moving toward this room. Some of them are running, some of them are just walking with great anticipation, not knowing what's going to happen. And you see also the others of this group starting to move forward, and you feel compelled to move with them. You enter the room, and you know there's something for you in there. You barely notice that the room is filled with treasures. There are swords, jewelries, some looks like scrolls, armor, some beautifully made, some very normal. But none of them draws your attention. You know there is one object in there for you. Just one, and it is yours. It is waiting for you. It has been waiting for you for a long time. You move about, start looking around, following this feeling that seems to be drawing you toward a point inside of this huge vault. Turn one corner, turn another one, you lose sight of your friends, and then you see one walking by and just disappear again. And then you stop. You look in front of you, and you can barely see this, but it's sort of fuzzy, as if you were reaching through fog inside a dream. And as you see this object, as you realize what it is, you wake up. It is morning. You're all at the camp. The Naftan is still awake, watching over everything.
I
But
go
you
to grab
wake
it
up.
in there.
You wake up with a certainty that this is related to the coin and the letter that you were given. This is what is calling you. And we're gonna stop here for tonight.
Okay. Oh no. Alrighty. That was nice.
Yep.
How does it look with experience? Because I don't think we got last time.
No, actually, I'm going to calculate this. I'm pretty sure you're gonna level up. I'm gonna send you a message to.
Twice? No, I'm just like-
I'm gonna send you a message probably later tonight, at least later tonight
Okay.
for me, telling you if it's enough to level up or not. And I'm gonna
Okay.
have a homework for you for the next time.
Okay.
So for everyone who has been watching up to this point, we thank you very much, and we
Thank you.
hope we'll see you again next Wednesday, where the quest is going to keep going. So thank you everyone, and see you next Wednesday.
See you next
Bye.
Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday.
For the dragons.
Yeah, for the dragon. You will see the furtherization of the dragon clan.
Bye.
Bye.
Spreading of the new draconic cult.
Religion.